Hello and welcome to your technology training. My name is Lisa Casey, and with my coworkers Kelly Lavelle and Katie Cartham, we've put together this video to help you better understand the technology tools that we use in our district. So the video we're about to show you has a series of much shorter videos that show you specific techniques within each of the platforms we'll show you. But before we get to those videos, I want to show you how you can access all of these videos at any given time whenever you need to. So we are in BSD Teach, our website, and you can get there from this bookmark, which is up in your Chrome tab as well. So if you click on that bookmark and go to BSD Teach, this page will show up for you. And then up at the top, we have a tab called Instructional Technology. And if we click there, we will see lots of different platforms that we have. So if I come up here to Core Digital Systems, you can see we have several different Google tools and different programs that we use as our core digital systems. We also have additional digital platforms, just in case you need to go and learn about any of the other things that your teachers or students are working with. If you click on any one of these pages, let's go to Gmail, you will find some information, including a playlist. So if I pop this open, this document contains all of the videos. Many of them I'm about to show you here. These videos are meant for you to access at any given time. So if you are in your email and you need to quick learn how to forward an email to somebody, you can come find this document, click here and watch this quick 1-minute video to show you how to do that specific skill. We have playlists that look like this for each of our technology tools. So once you're in BSD Teach and once you are in our technology section, you can go through and figure out what exactly you need help with. So those are our technology playlists. They are available for you all the time through BSD Teach so that you can come and find the specific tools you need as you need them. All right, without any further ado, we're going to show you a couple of these brief videos. We're going to dive into a couple of specific tech tools and show you some skills that will get you started in each of these platforms. Thanks very much for being with us today. We appreciate it.
Hi there, Lisa Casey here. We are in Gmail, and this is one way you could choose to organize your inbox by having different categories up at the top. So I can toggle between each of these categories that house different kinds of emails. So in order to get your inbox set up like this, I'm going to come into Settings, See All Settings, and then into our inbox. And from here, you can choose which of these you want active in your inbox. You can see your primary is person-to-person conversations. Your social is things like things from YouTube, or if you have a Twitter account, any kind of social media stuff you have happening or attached to your school account. Your promotions, those are marketing things. It's from Simple K-12 and from Wakelet and people offering different professional development opportunities. And then we have updates, so that's like calendar confirmations, or it might be that somebody shared a document with me to edit, so that's what updates contains. And then forums I don't have turned on, but that's if you use messaging for online discussion boards and stuff like that. So you can pick and choose which of these you want activated, and as you pick those will appear then in your inbox. So your emails get sorted into these different categories so that I can try to stay a little bit more organized. Stay tuned. In the next video, I will show you how you can pick and choose what emails go into each category. But for now, that's all I've got. That's how you can create categories in your inbox to help you stay organized. Thank you for watching.
Hi there, Lisa Casey here. This is how to access your Google Suite, or how to help your student to access their Google Suite. So I'm in a new tab. So if I open up my Chrome browser down here, and I can click on this plus button, and this is where it should take me right to my Google screen. So in order to access things like email or Drive or Classroom or documents or anything else, all we have to do is come up here to this waffle. You're also able to type in anything.google.com. So if I type in docs.google.com, that will take me right to my Google document home screen. The same thing goes if I type in mail.google.com. That will take me right to my Gmail. And you'll notice that once I'm in the application, my little boxes still appear. So we're looking for these little boxes that waffle up on the top. And if you click there, you can see that you have access to your email, your Google email, Gmail. You have access to your Drive, which is the storage place for all the things that you create, including Google Documents and Google Slides. You have access to your Google Classroom homepage from here, so you can quickly and easily access the classes that you are enrolled in. We have Google Docs, which is used to create, it's basically a Word document, right? So it's used to type and edit different kinds of texts. We have Google Sheets, which is a spreadsheet application. Google Slides, which is used as a PowerPoint presentation tool and can be made interactive. And then we have access to the calendar so you can see what things are coming up for Google Classroom. And then here we have Google Meet, which is the video tool that your students will be using to communicate live with their instructors, with their teachers. So all of these different things are at our fingertips through this waffle button up here. And then I will record a few more videos to show you the basics on how to use all of these different applications within Google. Thank you very much for watching.
Hi there, Lisa Casey here. We are on Gmail, and this is how you can schedule an email to send at a later date and time. So once I'm in my new message, I need to draft my email and make sure it has a recipient. And then when I'm ready, I'm going to come down here and click this little drop down arrow next to send. And that allows me to pick a time. So these always pop up tomorrow morning, this afternoon, Monday morning. So those are just like common suggestions Google has. So I can pick one of those. Google also knows that the last time I scheduled an email was for November 25th at 4 o'clock p.m. So if I want to send out another email at that scheduled time, I can. Otherwise, I can come down here and I can pick my own date and time. So I can, pick it well in advance if I want to. And I can pick whatever time I need to. So once I figure that out, I'm going to click Schedule Send. And then we can find that down here in our scheduled box. So this is what it looks like. These are all the scheduled messages I have. And if I decide I need to edit or change that, I can come into my message and I can cancel send. It pops up right here so I can edit and change and tweak, and then if I'm ready, I can reschedule it for a different time or date. And that's how you can schedule send in Gmail. Thanks for watching. Hi there, Lisa Casey here. We are on Gmail, and this is how you can forward emails, but make them look like they are not forwarded, like you originally wrote it. So I call it fancy forwarding, and it has saved me a ton of time. So let's say that I want to use this email from Karen and forward it on to other people, but I don't want that ugly subject line. I don't want like the message to look like it was forwarded. If I click here and I can go to forward, and then I'm going to go ahead and pop this out so you can see it a little better. Up here, I can click that little down arrow and I can edit the subject. So I can take out that forward part so people don't know that it wasn't originally from me. And I can take out this part as well. So if I want to forward this on, I can make it look like the original email looked, and I can send it forward to whomever I need. So if you have information coming in that you need to disseminate and you don't want to put it into a new email, you can edit the subject line, get rid of that forward, get rid of that ugly business at the top about the original message, and just send it on forward. And that's how you can fancy forward in Gmail. Thanks for watching. Hi there, Lisa Casey here. We are in Gmail, and this is how you can add emails to your calendar and create events based on emails. So I've opened up a specific email from Des about Google Forms, and if I want to add that to my calendar, I can click these three buttons right up here, and I can go ahead and create an event based on this email. So this is really cool because it opens up my calendar for me. It adds the email recipients or the senders. It has Des as a guest already, and it has all of the information from the email in this information section down here. So it gathers everything from the email that you might need to know, including the guests, and then you can create your calendar invite from here. So a super simple way to transfer emails and questions and concerns into events. So that's from Gmail, how you can add an email or use an email to create an event in Calendar. And again, just these buttons up here, and you're going to create an event. Thank you very much for watching.
Hi there, Lisa Casey here. We are in Gmail, and this is how you can connect your emails to your Google Keep. So over on the side, we have this side panel that appears. We have our task list down here, and in the middle, we have our Google Keep. So any notes that you have in your Google Keep will appear here, and you can see that my pinned ones appear first, so I have access to those always. So if this is where I keep my to-do list, I can check things off from my email as I do them. You'll also notice that I have the ability to add a new note here. And if I have an email open that I want to add to a note, I can go ahead and click that take a note, and you can see that this email is attached. So if I say that this is social studies resources, and that's where I want to start gathering these emails, I can attach this email to this note, and I can even pin it from right here. The only real access we have is to archive, delete, or open in Keep. So if you want to really use Google Keep, I would open that in a new tab so that you have full access to it, because from Google Keep you can also add a time and a date. So we have my note, we have this email, so I know to return back to that. And if I click this Remind Me button, I can go ahead and set a reminder for whichever date and time I need. So that's how you can attach your Google Keep to your email so that you can keep track of what you need to get done. Thank you very much for watching.
Hi there, Lisa Casey here. We are on Gmail, and this is how you can set up undo send. So first we're going to come up into our settings and see all settings. And then you'll notice that under our general settings, we have this undo send option. So we can select how long we want that cancellation period to be active. I set it for 30 seconds to give myself as much grace as possible. So once that is set up in our settings, if I go to compose an email, oopsies. If I go to compose an email, and then I click send, you'll notice this button down here in the corner, message sent, and then I have the ability to undo that, or I can view the message. That's it. This pops up. This is my ability to undo any message that I sent, and this message screen will stay here for however long I have it set up. So it's going to stay there for 30 seconds, and in that 30 seconds, if I decide I made a mistake, I can go ahead and click undo, and it will unsend my message, and it will open it up for me so I can edit and change and tweak whatever I need to. So that's how you can set up undo send in Gmail. Thanks for watching. Hi there, Lisa Casey here. We are on Gmail, and this is how you can archive emails instead of deleting them. So I have two emails here. One I'm going to send to trash, and one I'm going to send to archive. So I can click here, or I can do so in the email itself. But I'm going to go ahead and send that one to my trash with that trash can up at the top. And then with this one, from inside the email, I'm not going to send this one to trash, but I'm going to instead archive it. So again, I can do it from outside the email, just selecting with these boxes, or I can do it from within. So in order to find those emails again, if I scroll down here to the More button, and then if I go to All Mail, we should be able to find my archived email. So my archives end up in All Mail, which means I can access them again. So if you're wondering if you ever need access to an email, archiving is a really, really safe way to do that because you can find it if you need to. If you know for sure you're ready to delete something, your trash can is over here. There's my trash. There we go. And we can see that that is in our trash. I have the option to delete it for forever if I want to. But look, messages that have been in trash for more than 30 days will automatically be deleted. So that's the difference between archiving and trash in your Gmail. And if you're ever wondering if you're going to need it again, I suggest archiving to keep it safe. Thank you very much for watching.
Hello, Lisa Casey here. This is how to add the Read and Write for Chrome extension to your Google Chrome. So I'm in a new tab, and all I'm going to do is type in Read and Write for Google Chrome. And if I search that, it should be the first option that pops up. We're going to go ahead and click that to open it, and you'll be taken to this web store. Now, I already have it installed, but if I did not, if you don't, this button will say Install or Add to Chrome. So you're going to go ahead and click that button as it attaches itself to your Google Chrome. Now, any extension that you add will pop up right up here next to your search bar, so that's where we look for it. But if you have lots of extensions, or if you haven't determined which ones you want up here, accessible all the time, you have to click on this black puzzle piece and go looking for it. So these are all the extensions that I have. And I'm going to scroll down until I find that purple puzzle piece, the Read and Write for Chrome. Now, to access it, I can click it and open it right here so that my toolbar pops up. But if I want to have access to it all the time, I can click this blue pin right here, and it will show up next to my search bar so that I have access to it all the time. So that if I go to a new website and I go to my Google Classroom, and I want access to my Read and Write, I can just click on this purple button and my toolbar will pop up. There we go. Now that extension, that Read and Write for Chrome, is attached and I have access to it all the time. Thanks for watching. Hi, Lisa Casey here. This is how you can clear up your storage that you have in your Chromebook. So you might have noticed some of your apps, like Screencastify, running a little bit slowly. Or you might be getting the notice that you have low disk space. That means that the very limited storage we have on our Chromebooks is starting to fill up. So here's how you can get rid of some of those things so that everything is working the way it's supposed to. So if we're in Google Drive and I click this new button, I can choose to select things from my downloads from my computer. So if I do that, it takes me automatically to my downloads, and I can pick and choose as many different things as I want. If I click Shift or hold Shift as I click through these things, it will upload these things. It will select more than one. So I can click those and upload those to my drive. So that makes sure it's saved always for me on my drive. I have access to it. I can organize it. I know where it is. And once that's the case, once I've uploaded everything I need to from my download section, then I can actually come down here to this button. And I'm going to search for my files. So this little folder will pop up and that will show me my downloads. So there we go. We have my Google Drive option here, and these are things that are saved right to my computer. So we can see the things that I just uploaded to Google Drive. So I know those things are safe, so I know that I can get rid of them. So I'm going to go ahead and select those. And again, if I hold Shift as I select things, multiple things get selected. And now this trash can appears up here, so I can go ahead and delete those items from my downloads. I can create some more space so things can work a little bit better. If I click on these three buttons up at the top, I can see the space that I have available on my Chromebook. So if it's getting really full, if I have lots of big files here, if I have documents and PDFs and videos saved here, this space is going to fill up pretty quickly. So I would recommend that you upload the things that you need to save to your Google Drive. And then once you know that those are in a safe space, take everything in your downloads that you do not need, select those things, and then delete them, get rid of them, clear up some space. Thank you very much.
Sorry.
Shh, it's still recording.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just kidding. I can't edit it. Hi there, Lisa Casey here. We are about to show you how to get help technology-wise if you need it. So this is less technology integration and more like my computer won't turn on or I can't figure out how to connect these things. So if we come up here to this BSD bookmark, we're going to go to the Get Help section. And from here, we're prompted to enter a ticket. So create a ticket. And then you're just going to walk through what your problems are. Maybe you have printer problems, might have something to do with your printer or projector, document camera, could be applications, whatever your problem might be. And again, if it doesn't work, we have this catch-all button for miscellaneous issues down here. So let's say I have a printer problem. We have to add a summary, so I can't connect my computer to my printer. If this is too short, it will prompt you to add more to it. The more you add, the more details you give whomever is going to come fix your stuff. So be as descriptive as you can, add any details you need to. You can even add attachments if you want to. So when it doesn't work. Okay, great. Not super detailed, but for now it's okay. All right, come to next. Then we're going to come over here to staff member. So who am I? And what do I need help with? And then we'll go to contact. So administration, that's where I am. That's where my office is, but it might be somewhere else. So you're going to pick where your problem is happening, where you work. You're going to enter your room number so that your technicians can come find the problem in your room. And then you're going to enter your phone number. Then all you need to do is click submit down here and help is on the way. And that is how to submit a help ticket. Thanks for watching. Hi there, Lisa Casey here. This video is all about the great resources that you have available to you up here in this BSD staff folder. You all have this already automatically on your Chrome, and students have a version of this too, so they have access to the first 3 things, but you have a little bit of extra access. So this first one here is Skyward. So if we open that up, that's how you log in to take attendance, how you enter grades. There's Skyward. The next one down is our Destiny webpage, which is a really great collection of resources. Depending on where you're teaching, you can open that up and you can look at the different resources that are gathered there. So students, parents, families, teachers, everyone has access to this, and you can see it's divided in lots of different ways for a really wide audience. But some of it gets more specific, like there's a science department section, resources for teachers, but there are also resources here for students and families. So great collection of resources that is definitely worth your time. This one here is called Clever, and this is how our students and our teachers log in to access all of these different learning apps and curriculum. So like Springboard is for English, so this is how our students log on to access our books online. Our teachers access this the same way. You can see lots of different kinds of curriculum here. Our Google apps are attached. All of these other cool technology tools are attached. So Clever just makes it easy that we have to log in one time and then we have access to all of these tools. The next thing down on our list is going to be covered in a different video, but it's the Get Help. So how to find someone to help you fix whatever technology or service issues that you're having. So that's in our next video. But one more thing I want to show you before we leave is BSD Teach. This website is ever-changing and always being updated in order to better serve you. So it's meant to support our teachers and provide you with all of these different resources. So we have updates, we have our Bremerton models, so you can look more at what we believe about empowerment, our guiding principles, continuous learning systems. So we have these resources that are either here or coming soon, including our technology playground, which covers some basics on what kind of things you might want to integrate into your teaching practice this year. Notice there's also a self-care for staff because as we're going into this unprecedented school year, take care of yourselves too. So this is a great resource for you. It's changing always. So if there's something that you think we need to add to it or something that is lacking, please let us know. And those are the resources that you have available to you in your BSD staff folder that you can access all the time right in your Google Chrome. Thank you very much for watching.
Hi there, Lisa Casey here. We are on Google Calendar, and here is how to customize your settings and make it a little bit more organized, hopefully. So if you're like me, you have a bunch of different calendars that you are subscribed to. These are calendars that you've created that you have control over that are posting things onto your calendar. So like your personal one, appointment slots. I have my personal email attached so I can remember my parents' anniversary. I've got my Google Classrooms here. Anything else that I have created and added to my calendar, but that means that my calendar can get kind of cluttered. So if I decide I don't want to see certain things, I can uncheck that and my events go away. So I can change what I'm viewing. I can also unsubscribe. I don't want to see my appointment slots, or I don't want to see my contacts, right? I can remove things that I need to. Down here, I also have other calendars. So these are things that I am subscribed to that I'm not controlling or not posting things to. So this might be your school Google Classroom that you were a part of, or we have our holidays embedded here to keep track of our days off. And again, you can unsubscribe from those or you can unclick those. So if I have an old Google Classroom here, I might click this X so that I no longer see 2018's junior literature course, because it's not going to post anything here and it just adds to my clutter on this side. If I come to these three dots, I can display only one calendar or change my colors, and I can also edit some of my settings for this specific calendar. So for my school calendar, I've made it available for the school district to see, but I don't want everybody to see all my personal details or when I'm in meetings with certain people. So I've got see only, free, or busy, so people are able to schedule meetings more easily with me this way. And then down here, I can personalize my event notifications and when I want to receive a reminder that something's coming up. If I come up here to my general settings, I'm able to set my default event settings. I'm able to change how I view my calendar. And then this, working hours, is really great because it helps to set that boundary between when is work time and when is your free time. So you can enable working hours so that people can see if they write you at 5 o'clock in the evening, you're no longer at work, you are now only at home, right? So this just helps to establish those boundaries, especially as we move into our remote school year, or the beginning of our remote school year. So those are a few tips on how to organize a little bit better your Google Calendar, and hopefully that will help you stay a little bit more organized. Thank you very much for watching. Hi, this is Lisa Casey, and this is how to find a time to meet that goes beyond just sending emails back and forth about finding the best time to meet. So I'm in Google Calendar, I've created a meeting, I know the date I want to meet, I have a time set or an ideal time. I've added my guests over here. I'm going to add a Google Meet video conference. And then this tab up here allows me to find a time that works for all of my participants. So if I open that up, it shows me on the calendar for August 10th, my participants and their schedules. So I can see, instead of the three of us sending emails back and forth about when works best, I can come in here right into Google Calendar and I can see that, 11 o'clock is free for all of us. I can't schedule it between 8 and 10 because my two other colleagues are busy. So it allows me to find the best time for all of us to meet together. So that's a really easy tool that will hopefully save you some emails and save you some frustration as you're trying to find a time to schedule a meeting. Thanks for watching. Hi, Lisa Casey here. This is how you can share your calendar with other people. To get to Google Calendar, we came into our waffle and we found calendar. And now we're going to come down to find my personal calendar. So down here, we're going to click these three dots and go to settings and sharing. From here, I'm going to double check my time zone is correct. And then I have a couple options to allow people access. So I checked this box and selected see only free or busy, high details. So that means people who can view my calendar, if it's posted somewhere publicly, if I share this link with somebody, people are able to see if I am free or busy. This also works if I am creating an event in Google Calendar. I can see, or people can see, if I'm open at 9 a.m. for a meeting or if I'm not open until 11. So this is really helpful and helps streamline the process of finding open times to collaborate with our colleagues. So I would suggest turning that on and then allowing your colleagues to see free or busy. They don't need all of your details. They just need to see when you're available to meet. So that's one way you can share your calendar. Another way is to add specific people. So I added Katie and I allowed her to see all of my event details. We work really closely together and our jobs kind of overlap in a lot of ways, and we need to communicate, and it's just really helpful to see like what I have scheduled during the day, what she has scheduled during the day, so that we can streamline our collaboration process. So I clicked this add button and I added Katie to allow her to see all event details, and she added me to her calendar too. So if I click that button, I'm just prompted to add somebody's email, and then I can set that permission. So it depends who you're adding, and if you want them to see all event details, or if you just want them to see busy or free. I would suggest people who you are sharing with specifically, if really you need to share your calendar and add people to your calendar or allow them to add it to their calendar, you probably want them to see all event details. So if I come back to my settings or come back to my whole calendar view, here's my calendar that I have access to, and I also have access down here to Katie's calendar. So I can see all of her details, and I can see when she's available. I can see that both of us are scheduled for this meeting right now, so we can kind of streamline our collaboration process. So that's how you can add other people to your calendar and how you can share your calendar out with others. Thanks for watching.
Hi there, Lisa Casey here. We are in Gmail, and this is how you can add emails to your calendar and create events based on emails. So I've opened up a specific email from Des about Google Forms, and if I want to add that to my calendar, I can click these three buttons right up here, and I can go ahead and create an event based on this email. So this is really cool because it opens up my calendar for me. It adds the email recipients or the senders. It has Des as a guest already, and it has all of the information from the email in this information section down here. So it gathers everything from the email that you might need to know, including the guests, and then you can create your calendar invite from here. So a super simple way to transfer emails and questions and concerns into events. So that's from Gmail, how you can add an email or use an email to create an event in Calendar. And again, just these buttons up here, and you're going to create an event. Thank you very much for watching. Hello, Lisa Casey here. Today we're in Google Drive, and here is how to stay organized. So once we are in Google Drive, which you can find through your waffle up here, or you can type in drive.google.com. Once you're here, you will find all of your Google products together. So as you create Google Docs and slides and sheets and forms, if you have any add-ons, everything gets gathered here. You can even upload folders or files in order to add them to your Google Drive. And the best way to keep all of that organized is by creating folders. So I create new folders for whatever I need to, and I can create folders within folders. So if I open that up, you can see all these different folders within there. Some of my stuff is free floating because I haven't found a home for it yet, but most things I try to keep organized within these folders. If I come over here,
I can view my drive a little bit differently. So I can see all of the folders that I have, and I can see what I have inside all these folders. If I decide I need to move something around, I can just click and drag it to a different folder. And if I'm in a folder or in my drive, and if I right-click on a folder, so Alt-click or right-click on your mouse pad, these options pop up. So we have a couple options for sharing, which I cover in a different video. Here's another option to move it somewhere. So if I click that button, it offers me an opportunity to move it somewhere new. I can add to starred, which makes it appear over here in my most important starred folder. I can rename it, and I can change the color so that it stands out. When I'm in my Google Drive, I have the option to change how I want to view things. So I can organize it alphabetically or when it was last modified. The things that I've been working on most recently pop up here. Or if I click this recent button, I can see all the documents that I've been working on. And if I come up here to this button, it will change this grid view so that I can see my drive organized just a little bit differently. So those are a few tips and tricks on how to stay organized in Google Drive. Please see a couple other videos to see how to share and how to search within Google Drive. Thank you very much for watching.
Hi there, Lisa Casey here. Today we're on Google Drive, and I'm going to walk you through this cool tool up here, this priority box. So if we click here, we can see the most recent documents that I've been working on. You can see people who've replied to my comments. I can see documents that are most edited. So here's a good way to keep track of my recent work, and a really easy way to stay up with my collaborating, as I can see the responses that people have typed to my comments. Otherwise, down here we have this really cool workspace tool. So if you create a workspace, we can add files and documents to this space. So in my folders, I might keep my syllabus for each of my classes in separate folders for each of those classes. One for 9th, 10th, 11th, but I know it's the beginning of the year. I'm going to go back and edit and change those. So I might want to gather them all here so that I can be looking at them and editing them really easily. So if I go here, I have access to my whole Google Drive, and I can add lots of things from lots of different folders in order to create a workspace right here. So then anything I add will pop up here, and I know where to find it really easily. So that is how to use this little priority section up here. Thank you very much for watching. Hello, I'm Lisa Casey here. Today we're in Google Drive, and we are going to talk about sharing permissions, or how to share folders and documents and slides with whomever you want to. So if we are in our Google Drive, you can see with this folder here, that little purple folder with the person in it, that means someone else has access to that folder. So that means I've shared that with somebody and that someone else has access. That's the only one right here I have shared with other people. But if I open up another one, we'll see lots that are shared with other people. So if I want to share a folder, it means that whatever is in that folder, your partners have access to. So if I share a folder, all the documents, slides, forms, and anything else in there, people now have access to. So if I want to share, I have two different options. These buttons up here, this link, a shareable link, or this button right here, share with other people. Those two options are also available if you right-click on the folder. So the shareable link is a link for people to view. I can send that out to people so that they can see what's in there, but they don't have editing access. And if I click the button with the person, I'm going to share with specific people. That shows me a couple things. It shows me who has access to this folder, who the owner is, what kind of access people have. If they are editors, that means they have abilities to add and move and change things. If they're viewers, they only get to look. If we want to add somebody, we can type their email in here, and then we can dictate how we want to share with them. We can send them an email to let them know and send them a little message, and that will pop up for them, letting them know that they now have access to this folder. If we're looking at sharing links, if we click this box down here, it'll pop up. And we have this link here, which we can copy and share with people. But this button down here is really important. Right now, only the people added can open with this link. So only very specific people who are already up here have access. If I click this button, I can change it from restricted, which is only the people who have access to the link, and I can change it to people at Bremerton School District. So that opens it up. Students, staff, anybody within the district I share it with can now see it. That does leave out parents or people who are trying to access this document or this folder without a Bremerton account. So if I want it to be viewable by anybody, the most accessible option for people is anyone with the link. So anyone at all who has this link can open it. So it just kind of builds towards how many people you want to view and how restrictive you want to be. Again, the restricted is just the people who I've shared it with. Very small. They're people who can either view or edit. Bremerton School District opens it up to the whole district and anybody who is associated with our domain. And then anyone with the link publishes it to a wider audience, to parents, to families, to people of other schools, and makes it accessible for everybody. As you click on this, you want to make sure, if I'm sharing it with everybody at the school district, I want to make sure that they're viewers, not editors. I want to make sure that not anybody can come in and edit and move around and change this document. I want to make sure that they can view it only. So those are a couple different tricks on how to share documents and folders successfully with people. If you open up a specific Google document, you'll see up in this corner this blue share button. This will show you the same options as you did before, but it's just specific to this document instead of the folder. So we can add people if we want to. We can see who the owner is and who has access to editing. And then down here again, we have these same options of how we want to share it and with how many people we want to share it. So that's how to share documents and slides and folders and anything else on Google Drive. Thank you very much for watching. Hi there, Lisa Casey here. We're in Google Drive again today, and I'm going to show you a few tips on how to better search your Google Drive. So up here at the very top, we have this search button, and oftentimes when I go in, or maybe when you go in, we just end up typing in keywords or phrases. So if I'm looking for a junior syllabus, Google searches my drive as I type, and these options pop up. So that's one way to find things. But if you click on this button down here, you have all these different search options. So if I know the syllabus is in a PDF form, I can determine that here and have Google search only for PDFs. If I know that it's owned by someone who's not me, or if I know it's owned by my colleague, I can search by that. I can search in my whole drive, or I can pick specific folders to search within, and I can even look in my trash. Down here, I can determine when it was modified, so maybe I know that I haven't worked on it since last August. I can search for the name of the file, or I can even search for words found within the file. And then I can look at this shared with, so I know that I collaborated on that syllabus with my PLC, so I might enter those names too. So all of these different options help you to more easily, hopefully, and maybe more quickly find what you're looking for in your Google Drive. And that's how to do a more advanced search for what you're looking for in Google Drive. Thank you very much for watching.
Hi there, Lisa Casey here. Here is a really quick way to open any new Google anything, docs, forms, anything you want. If you open up a new tab, you're going to type in blank.new. So if I want a new document, docs.new. And there we go. I am in a brand new Google document. The same thing works for slides or sheets or forms or any other part of the Google suite. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Hello, Lisa Casey here. We are in Google Documents, and I'm going to show you how you can allow students to collaborate on a Google document, and doing so using only comments. So we have a couple different sharing options when it comes to Google Docs, and you can choose to share this link so that anybody with this link can view it, or you can go ahead and change this link so that everybody can edit or everyone can comment.
So if you're allowing everybody to edit and you're sharing this link with one of your classes, that option is also available on Google Classroom. So as I attach the same document, I can have students edit this file. So that means everybody has access to adding and deleting and rearranging and doing whatever we need to on this document. So that's a little risky for some people and takes some front loading of instruction, sharing with our students what our expectations are around that. So if we're not quite ready for that, we can share with students so that they can comment. So if I use this, so all students, anyone with the link can comment. If that's how I share this document, and on Google Classroom, if I allow students to view this file, they have commenting access. So my instructions as they read this might include ask some questions or define some terms or what quotes stand out to you or what within this text helps to define the Harlem Renaissance, whatever it might be, my instructions. All of my students have the ability to comment. So they can highlight something and click this button here. Their name and image pops up so they can leave a comment here. The Harlem Renaissance is, and leave that comment. That comment is then visible to any other student who is looking at this document. So while student number 1 might respond this way, if another student clicks here, they can reply to that comment. So we can have this discussion about this same text on the same document, but we can do so across time and space so that students can log on and look at this document and look at the questions and comments that their classmates have while reading it and respond to those, even if they're doing so, several hours later. So by creating this document and allowing students or anyone with the link to comment, that allows them this opportunity and allows you a few more options or a little bit more security in protecting the document itself from students moving it around or changing things. So that's how you can have this virtual discussion across time and space using this commenting feature on Google Documents. Thanks for watching. Hello, Lisa Casey here. This is how to use voice typing on Google Docs. So we're in a document, could be your own, could be looking at student work. Either way, we're going to come up here to Tools, click on this voice typing, or you can see this shortcut here, Control-Shift-S. We click on the speaker, Introduction to the Harlem Renaissance. Click there to end it. I stuttered, so I typed it twice. There we go. I might add a capital, but that just saved my fingers some time. So this is a great way to create documents if you want to. It's also a really nice way to leave feedback on student work. If you just create a section at the bottom of student work or at the top and label it feedback, we can voice type all the comments that we need for that student, saves our fingers a little bit of work, and maybe saves us a little time. And that is the voice tool on Google Documents. Thank you.
Hi there, Lisa Casey here. We are on YouTube, and here are a few tricks to help you search for the videos you're looking for. So there are tons of resources on YouTube. You can use this to search for technology tips or how-to basics for anything you're looking for. You can use this to find instructional videos. YouTube has a whole bunch of things. So here's how you might find them a little bit quicker. So let's search for a Google Classroom tutorial. Okay, that's my basic search, my keywords there. This filter tool at the top is your friend and will help you to make sure that this is a relevant video. So if we're looking especially at tech tools, those change pretty quickly. So if it's a couple years ago that the video is posted, that's an old tech tool. So I want to search this year. I'm going to search for short videos because teachers are the same way as parents and students. If it's over 6 minutes, we are likely not going to watch it. I don't want to watch a 24-minute video about Google Classroom, so I'm going to search for short videos only. And then over here, you have the option to change what you're sorting by. So you could go by rating, the upload date, or relevance, usually I find is pretty helpful. You have a couple other options here if you're looking for certain kinds of subtitles, or if you want a 3D video, you can search for different features here. And then over here, we're looking for specific videos right now. But if I want a whole channel or playlist about Google Classroom, I can search for those things too. So those are some filter tools as you search your YouTube for trying to find relevant and meaningful videos. Thanks for watching. Hi there, Lisa Casey here. We are on YouTube, and this is how to approve videos so that your students can actually see them. So YouTube has a bunch of resources, and let's say we find a video that we want to share with our students. We know we can attach this link to our website to embed this video there. We can attach it to Google Classroom, but unless it is approved for bremertonschools.org, our students cannot view it using their school accounts. So this is right down here. That's what we're looking for. All we have to do to approve it, to make sure our students can see it, is click this button, approve. And now if we refresh the page, we will see that the video is now approved for bremertonschools.org. So I can click this button on and off to make videos viewable for our students. Thanks for watching. Hello, Lisa Casey here. This is how to add videos to playlists on YouTube. So once I find a video that I want to share with my students, I've approved it for the school district to use for students to see. If I come down here, I can save this video to a playlist. So here are playlists that I've created, but I can also create a new playlist. And this one might be for a class I teach, or it could be for a specific unit. I'm going to say this one might be, let's say it's Algebra 1. I'm going to make sure it's public so I can actually share this link with my students, with my parents, with my colleagues. And then if I come over here to these three dots, you'll see down here we have all of your playlists that you've created. So Algebra 1 currently has one video in it. But if I keep looking for videos, I can keep adding and building those. So the Google Classroom Tech Tip videos that you may or may not have been watching, those are all in this one playlist. So I can share this one playlist, and we kind of combine all these videos. It's a really great resource because you can create playlists using your videos and using other people's videos. So you might be uploading instruction to your Algebra 1 playlist, but you also might find videos that you want to add to this playlist that you have not created. You can do that. So you can have an assortment of videos here, all for Algebra 1, that you can give access to for your students. So all you have to do to share that is right up here. If we copy that URL, we can post that on Google Classroom on our website and have this video playlist for students that's available. So there's our playlist that pops up. That's all we need to do to share. And that is how to add videos and create playlists on YouTube. Thanks for watching.
Hello, Lisa Casey here. We are on YouTube, and we're about to add closed captions so that we can read what the video is saying, and then I'll show you how to add different language translations. So I found a video in YouTube, and down here, this CC button, I can turn on and off, and it will automatically turn the audio of the video into text. So we have this text here. Sometimes it works better than others, but it saves us a ton of time, and it's a great starting place for a resource. So helpful for students to be able to read along with the video that they're watching, or helpful for families as well. Because if we come over here to the settings, we can see that the subtitles are English, so it's auto-generated. No one's gone in here and made it official, so it's just YouTube creating those for us. So English is the automatic language, but if we click auto-translate, we have all these different languages to choose from. So for our ELL families, our ELL students, this is a really great tool. Again, these captions aren't accurate all the time, but it's a really good starting place to provide access for more of our families and students. Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much for watching. I'm sure you're sick of my voice, but hopefully you have learned a few things about Gmail and Google Drive and Google Docs and these amazing tech tools that you have at your fingertips. We wanted to give you a few moments now to go play around a little bit, open up your Gmail, send an email, archive something, open up your Google Docs, see if you can share it, go start organizing your Drive, do whatever you need to help get yourselves settled and ready to go. And we hope you have fun along the way. My name is Lisa Casey, as you've heard many times today, but please let me know if there's anything I can do to be helpful in your exploration of this technology. Thanks so much.